Welcome to
the High Crown Podcast. I am your host, Oliver, and I'm here with my lovable gang of delinquents,
starting with
fuck you,
Cisco,
Christina.
Welcome back, everyone. Hi, hello, everyone. Say hello.
Just say your name.
Hi.
God damn it!
I already said my name.
I said my
We
name.
both said our names.
We both said our
Both
names.
of you in a dumpster fire. All right. Well, so we're back with another episode. This week is going to be a special episode. Let's just jump right before we jump into the news. How is everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Doing pretty good.
Alrighty,
can't complain.
All right, let's jump right into the news. So, our first topic is the Batgirl suit just officially released, and the internet has lost its collective goddamn minds. On the one hand, you have people like me that are like, it's fine. It's the Burnside suit. It's not that bad. It's very comic accurate outside.
Terrible.
Like the only thing she's missing is the gold gloves, but like semantics.
Yeah, I think the costume looks pretty nice.
The other side of the
I don't
internet,
understand.
The other side of the internet is like, no, it looks like CW cosplay trash. It's ugly. And then they're like, have you seen the material of the suit in the comics? It's as close as you're gonna get to the thing. But like, yeah, people were really not digging the Burnside suit. They want something more along the lines of the New 52, or a lot of people are like Arkham. Like, if it's not Arkham, it's New 52. They want that armor, black. To me, the best live-action Batgirl suit is from Birds of Prey. Cisco, can you pull that up so she can see that?
Okay. Batgirl, Birds of Prey. Show. Let me just type in show. Yeah.
Fun fact, that suit is just the Batman and Robin suit, but sprayed.
The Batman and Robin suit?
The Batgirl from Batman and Robin. They took that suit, which was originally, I think, gray.
I mean, isn't this canonically that same Batgirl anyway?
No, that's not this.
But isn't Birds of Prey canon to the Burton movies, technically?
No, they're not. They use clips and pieces, and they use the same Alfred, but they're not the same. You saw that in Crisis. You saw that in Crisis. You know that. You watched Crisis. They're literally two different Earths.
But then why have the callbacks and the outfit?
You physically saw that with your own eyes. I don't know why you're bamboozled right now.
Because I can't. Yes, because I remember every little thing about Crisis. I remember every little thing about Crisis.
The opening credits of Crisis, because fucking Helena dies in the first 5 minutes of Crisis.
Oh shit, that is right. She does die in the 5 minutes. Well, anyway, the Batgirl suit. My thing on the Batgirl suit, I do really like it because it does remind me of like isn't it just the same the Rebirth costume?
What do you? No, it's the Burnside suit.
So it's the same costume she had in DC Rebirth.
I guess, but it has a name. That era.
Yeah, I just didn't know that. My bad.
That era is. That's when she had her own little part of, Gotham. She had her own little town she was protecting. It was called Burnside. And that's also when she was dating Nightwing, and she was going to bang Batwing, but then they're like, no, he's black.
Black! He's black! Oh, I don't know. I've always liked, like, whenever I think of Barbara, or like when I think of like Batgirl in general, I usually think of her in this suit, mostly because this is like, for me, this is the most distinct that she's ever been to me. This is the most distinct like her outfits have been in terms of individuality for me. When I think of Barbara.
Keep going. Christina, you're a lady. Cisco, go ahead, and then Christina.
Because like my thing about it is that like Ollie, you know me. We've had this discussion several times. I hate like really skin tight superhero costumes unless they're like really well designed.
You are going to hate the video I'm about to pull up.
like you know me, like I'm like it looks so it looks so uncomfortable. Like right.
Christina,
like I hate
input, and then I'm gonna play this video. Watch my screen, so because this is gonna be. Let me get the danger button because I know this is gonna be controversial as shit.
Because my biggest thing has always been like my main like draw from this has always been Black Canary. Like I'm okay with her having at least the fishnets or the leggings, but when they just keep her like her thighs out there and don't have the fishnets at all or anything, I get so pressed. I'm like, bro, how that fucking leotard is gonna drive up her vagina? What the fuck is going on?
It depends. It depends on the era.
Like I am a full believer that all superheroes should wear pants. All superheroes should wear.
She's still.
I know, but they should bring that back.
Her modern incarnation. I think she wears pants. But yeah.
I'm glad when. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you were saying, Christina. So the video.
Right, watch my screen because it's about to get. Let me get the button because it's. I know it's coming. It's coming.
Danger.
Let me pull that up.
Oh no, danger.
All right, we're about to see some bullshit. So get ready. I like this channel, so mind you,
podcast or anything
it's
here,
just
but
Batgirl and Supergirl's DCE costumes.
I guess it's kind of important.
Interesting.
Important to the fashion community.
Okay, sorry about that.
Let me get to the part.
Some people really like them. Supergirl has been out there floating in the wild for a little while.
I mean,
but Batgirl's the new
it looks all right,
and it's pretty obviously based off of Batgirl from Burnside. It's comic accurate, but it's not exactly impressive.
Well, like, here's the thing. You know, I love the purple for her. I've always thought purple was a great color for the Bat family, but the difference between her costume here and the costume in that comic is she looks a lot more feminine in the comic and has a more form-fitting outfit. And I think it shows off, you know, more that she is Batgirl and not Bat androgynous. No offense to anyone androgynous out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's almost like this is less feminine. I mean, that's a very easy, like, you can spot that immediately.
Now go back to that picture. Now, Christina, you are a lady.
You're a lady.
I am a lady, and I'm not watching his stream, so let me unwatch your stream and instead watch his stream.
You can watch both at the same time.
Oh, okay, I see you are jealous that I'm not watching both of your streams. Anyways, where am I looking?
Well, look at his stream real quick, and then look at mine.
Okay, I'm looking at both. We have the costume and we have video.
All right, this is what they just said.
But the difference between her costume here and the costume in that comic is she looks a lot more feminine in the comic and has a more form-fitting outfit. And I think it shows off, you know, more that she is Batgirl and not Bat androgynous. No offense to anyone androgynous out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know how you look at that girl right there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a nigga.
That's not androgynous at all.
That's
like saying, right? That every t-shirt is going to stick directly to your torso and give you curves. No, the fuck they aren't. Doesn't make you look androgynous at all. And at no point does she look androgynous.
Right? We can
like she has her whole hair out too, and you still see the gentle bump of titty. How the fuck? And she still has curves. The belt is a little chunky on her hip and might make it seem like she doesn't, but she definitely does. And that also shits on every woman who has a different body type than hourglass or pear. What about the people who are forks? What about the people who are spoons? What about the people who are carrots?
I'm just.
What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about the square and triangles? Like, what? How are you gonna come out here and be like, oh, she doesn't look feminine. She looks androgynous. No, the fuck she doesn't. There's literally you can. Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm a little.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm gonna play more.
Look at where. Okay, you see how in the front you have like these sort of lines. This sort of like on the not a corset top. It's not a corset top. The structure, right in the chest. No, above where the bat signal is. Go down. Right. You can literally see that line over there. You literally see the dip of her hips. It is aggressively there. Like, it's not, if a man were to be wearing it, it would be a lot, like, flatter in that dip area. Like, you would not see, like, you see where her, like, between the cape and her actual torso, like, you can tell that there is a fat-ass fucking dip there. It is not, at no point does she look androgynous, and I feel like that's more targeting the fucking stereotype of bodies, but also, you can only see it better in the comic because, one, they tailor these comics specifically, and we all know it, specifically for guys to see these women and be like, like, you don't, come on, you know damn well that a drawing's not going to look exactly like a real-ass person. Mm-hmm. Like, you cannot just say, oh, she looks androgynous. You could put any woman in any clothing. Imagine seeing a woman in a leather jacket and being like, oh, she's androgynous. It's not going to stick perfectly to your body. It's fucking leather.
For example, girls who wear like big shirts and whatever, like you
yes,
don't know that
exactly.
And then they take
Are you telling me that they're androgynous? No. People, oh my god, especially now with the style of wearing like big hoodies, whether it's on like shorts or like tights or whatever the hell with jeans, that does not make them look androgynous. At no point, like, I don't understand if it really were, like, trying to make her, if she really was androgynous, and maybe she had changed her hairstyle to make herself look a little more gender neutral, maybe she had changed, or how she wears her hair to make it more gender neutral, if they made the clothes a little baggier to the point where it's maybe, like, you don't see the curve, but you also can't see any muscle or anything, maybe the arms would be a little, like, tougher looking, but no, even her own, you could see through her arms and legs alone.
Put her in a Ben Affleck suit. Put her in a Ben Affleck suit.
Yeah. Like, at no point does she look androgynous. Like, coming out here saying shit like that. Oh, that's so offensive to, like, not just to the actress and the people who made the costume, but also androgynous people? Really now? Yeah. Really now? Okay.
Damn.
And this is what else they had to say.
Like, you can spot that immediately, and it's not because of Leslie Grace's body. You know, I'm not trying to be mean here, but Leslie Grace is really an attractive lady. Like, she is good looking. She is in shape. Mm-hmm. She could pull off a form-fitting Batgirl of Burnside look. Personally, I know that this is going to piss some people off, but I kind of think that it's just to avoid the feminine aspect. I mean, why else would you change that? I mean, that was a key thing in the comics. You don't have to show skin. It just shows, like you said, that she's Batgirl.
Yeah, you don't have to put her in like a super sexy, skimpy outfit.
No. Don't say the opposite. Don't say the opposite and then try to. No, do you want the boob curve out or not? Just say,
yeah, that's like, okay, first of all, let's bring it back. Batgirl. She's a girl nonetheless, is she not? 2, y'all just want to see the titty. Again, like, she can be a girl. She is super feminine in that costume, but y'all are talking about, like, oh, like, we want to show that she's Batgirl, whatever. No, man, you're just sexualizing her. This is exactly what needs to be avoided. You're trying so hard to sexualize the titty. Man, you can see her curves. You can tell a girl is a girl without having to show an entire skin-tight fucking latex suit worth of titty or hip curve or anything. You don't have to show that much skin to prove that you're a girl. That's like saying all girls have to follow this standard. If not, you're not feminine. No, you can wear whatever the hell you want and still be a girl. Like, she's still that girl. There's nothing not feminine about her costume. Her costume is made for kicking ass, taking names, and chopping dicks off. I don't know, but it's made.
Chopping dicks.
It is made to kick ass and be feminine, and that is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. Who are you to define feminine? Who are you to define masculine? But like, yeah,
Imagine
she looks so
defining
fucking.
femininity.
is something that is very big and
Yeah, like
popular, and it just kind of seems like they
we
are
as like a society
her
define a
not
certain thing
moving
as
into the
masculine or feminine, and it really sucks because if you differ, if you just walk off the path just a second, if you step 1 foot out of line, you're instantly called something else. Like the whole like leg hair debate. Is leg hair okay on women? And if they have leg hair, they're not a woman. Like it's exactly that same debate, except if she doesn't show her titties, is she a woman? You can still see the curve of her boobs. You can see the fabric stretch in the area where it is there. Oh?
Oh, because you said the hair thing.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go into that debate. That is for some other day.
Someone out there is like, it's not feminine to me.
Yeah, and again, who are we to define what is feminine? All human beings have hair. What makes you feminine is your general like boob. Do you use your boob? Do you have a vagina? Bam, you're a woman. Not everyone has titties, and you're right, but they're still usable. Like, I mean, like, actual use. Like, you can't breastfeed a child with your boobs, but someone with flat titties could. You know? And of course, not all women can breastfeed.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, not every
Yeah. Well, then we'll put it out for vagina. Yeah. You have a vagina? Bam. Woman. Bam. You literally, you can't get any more woman than that.
I just want to say that I didn't say that. So nobody comes to me. I did not.
If you're saying danger because of trans women, either they transition to having a vagina or they're going to one day transition to having a vagina. So anyway, they're included in the group.
But what about trans women that never get vaginas? They just have cock in the balls.
Hopefully one day they'll be able to, and I guess they will still count as women. But nonetheless, point still stands. Like, exactly what defines femininity? Like why are we defining hairy legs have to be a masculine thing?
Like gender roles.
Exactly. So why are we saying that this is manly? It's not. It's really not. But they're out here saying like, oh, they just want titty. That's it. That's all they want. They just want to jack off to some girl in a bat suit. That's it.
If you think that's bad, wait until you hear what they said about Supergirl.
Garbage bag, and they could have done.
But that one does have the titty window.
Wait, hold on. But now that I just remembered, slight tangent, but this relates to Batgirl, so I can defend Batgirl and shit. Two birds, one stone. Fuck the Riddler costume. Fuck the Riddler costume.
Fuck the Riddler costume.
Because I've been saying this for a minute, and people have been fighting me. They're like, "Oh no, the Riddler costume. He's based off of the Zodiac."
Holy shit! Fuck.
He said that
Holy shit!
one
Fuck
time.
the costume,
bro.
Fuck
first of all,
I hate
this
that shit.
does not look like the Riddler. He looks like
at all.
Trash bag killer, right? I said
Oscar
this.
the Grouch is a murderer.
Right? And I said, oh, we've seen what the... Do you know what someone said to me once? They were like, oh, it's not realistic. Hold on. That was a fucking stupid... Let's look at that stupid comment someone made about my Riddler post.
Like, okay. The only reason why we... Oh, he was corny.
So this is what the original conversation was this. Hold on.
Do some people seriously expect Robert Pattinson's Batman to fight a guy dressed like this?
I was like, okay, I see what you mean, but maybe something more like Gotham, because Gotham is literally, that's like the Riddler ripped off the screen.
I would love something like the Gotham version.
And then people came from my ass. They were like, he's corny. This guy.
Bro.
This guy.
Keep that TV interpretation on TV. I pray for what we're getting honestly.
Why are you German?
Fuck no.
The trash bag.
Why does it sound French?
One of these things is not like the other. We're talking strictly design-wise. The TV
The
version
Riddler
has the
is
best
the Riddler.
design.
Look
The
at
Riddler
these
is the Riddler,
designs
bro.
and tell
The
me.
Riddler, like,
you see, okay, you see
which
the Riddler,
one
right?
is the Riddler?
This is the Riddler, right? Even Jim Carrey had a good Riddler design. Like the first suit looked like the Riddler, right? Before he went into the gimp outfit. Like this is Riddler. You can tell that's the Riddler. Like,
That's the Riddler.
And people were fighting me like, oh, the Riddler. Like I think, who said it? I think was it Comic Historian? What's that one thing they have? They were talking about
Oh, Batgirl kisses Nightwing. Oh.
there you go, absolutely.
Welcome back to Absolute.
So my bad. This.
Welcome back to Absolute Marvel and DC. Over the weekend, they released photos of the Riddler, and we're going to talk about that and our opinions on it. And if you want to join the Absolute Armada, hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because we're three guys. Sometimes there's a fourth guy, sometimes there's a fifth guy. And we
made with gaffer tape. Like I don't know. This sucks. And
I mean, how do we know that he's not going to?
Sal's the only one that was
I'm sorry to interrupt this really quick. But my brother went to hand me some like vanilla ice cream, and instead of vanilla, he almost borderline said vagina. He said vagina, and so I guess Yo, Oliver, you want some?
I want some vagina ice cream. Vagina.
Okay, I'll send you over some right now.
Yeah.
Put on the outfit though eventually. Like this is just his.
I'm sorry, that's all I needed to say.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, he's got a suit on under it.
Talk about movies, rumors, theories.
I'm trying to hear that part
Well,
that he said.
and I'll tell you why. It's because he looks like the Zodiac Killer. Like,
I know.
Every time anybody is criticizing.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like, fuck comic accuracy of the suit. It just looks bad. It looks generic.
No,
like, outside of like,
no. Fuck what
I
you just said.
No, I understand comic book accuracy, but as a suit, even as a suit on its own, it looks bad. You cannot tell me that looks good.
It has.
Yeah, but which one are we talking about? The new one?
Yeah, it has.
That looks kind of weird.
It looks like one little question mark. It's like they were ashamed of like.
That it's the Riddler. They were ashamed of the Riddler.
Because you have a dude dressed up like a bat, right? You're trying to tell me, oh, that's realistic. That's hard as fuck. Oh, tonally, blah 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 blah. You have a dude dressed up like a bat.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me at that point you can't do the Riddler. Shut up. Shut up.
About this costume, someone goes, I don't know if you know this, but he's supposed to look like the Zodiac. I'm like, I get it. I get that exactly. when they talked about making this movie and Matt Reeves said inspiration for the Riddler was from the Zodiac Killer, I got it.
Yeah.
But he looks like the raincoat murderer from I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Right, he looks stupid. He looks very stupid. I'm trying to find Benny's comment.
It looks
I'm
stupider.
curious if we're all reading way too much into this.
You know, this is even a hot take. I take that Riddler less seriously than I do Jim Carrey's Riddler.
It's fair because it doesn't look like the fucking Riddler. Because he's like, if you're blind, like, don't get me wrong, he's blind. Here's my thing, Benny. I'm about to find the part where Benny was talking about how his perception of the Riddler, and I'm gonna totally shit on that because I disagree fundamentally.
I'm gonna once again interrupt here. And I missed like whatever we said in the past like 30-40 seconds because I went to go wash my hands, but I really think that Riddler, I really like his top hat, whole getup. It just feels eccentric, but also unique to riddling. Because I just feel like riddles are usually, I don't know, associated with something kind of mystic and wild. So I kind of like his top hat getup a lot more than what this getup currently has now, only because it looks a little funky. Like if he were a different person, I would have been like, yeah, that's a decent costume. But for the Riddler himself, I don't know how to feel about it.
Listen, one thing that I haven't read. Oh, sorry. Look at
I want people to know who he is. Right. But as
all right, give me 1 second. Let me find that.
Everyone told me the Riddler
he's very noticeable though.
Right. Yeah. But what we're saying is like once he gets arrested, because remember my theory that was going to be some form of the Joker and the internet and decided,
hey, cool. I'd be okay with that, I suppose. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Glasses, suit and tie. You all know who I am now, Riddler.
That'd be pretty cool. I'd be okay with that, I suppose. And when he's out, he's like, oh, you know what? Actually, like it was really. I'd be okay with that.
Because what if he follows initially Batman's he follows in Batman's footsteps? Like, oh, we gotta hide her.
Rumors that they might have
Not actually spoiling things based on the trailer. There's a scene where it pans up on a guy in prison.
In like very
just saw him like hunched over.
Hold on,
but
I'm trying to find that.
in
yeah, this is if
I would love it if they're hiding that. Like that's what he's gonna come out as later.
That'd be cool.
I will hate it if we get this outfit the whole time, and then like the mid-credit scene is him being like, "I like a bowler."
I think
very up their alley.
That would also line up.
Cool.
Another thing I've been loving about the Twitter and the ranting on this. First up, I'll say this first. I love they're comparing Jim Carrey's Riddler outfit to this outfit. Like,
yeah. Which, by the way, is the Jim Carrey outfit is more comic accurate.
Yes. Oh, it is 100%. Yeah.
For some versions of the.
He's got the bowler. He's got the suit. He's got the question marks. That's
right.
That's him.
Most of the Riddler
suit he's wearing. I'm glad
I'm trying to
Colin
find
Farrell's
60
what
pounds
he said.
to make him look. The only thing I have to say about this is I really hope he sells this character perfectly, because there's a lot of prosthetics, a lot of bodysuit, a lot.
I like his. I'm genuinely looking forward. The problem is,
sorry, it's taking so long.
Can I say
Halle Berry's
what I wanted to say about this? I had a thought about this.
That one.
Basically,
antenna.
Antenna. I love Anne Hathaway's portrayal.
What I feel like, because what I've always thought about like Riddler as a character, Riddler in a lot of in this way is very similar to Joker in my head. Riddler and Joker are both showmen.
Well, now you just took the thing I was gonna say. But yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
like they're both showmen. They prefer to dress extravagantly. Riddler's whole thing is that he wants basically everyone to be like, damn, he was so smart. I couldn't figure out what the fuck his riddle was. And now I'm bamboozled because this huge crime was paid off, and all these people are dead because the Riddler was so fucking smart.
Riddler is
Riddler just wants to be saucy on purpose.
I can't find
that. I'm just kind of generally happy that we're getting the Riddler in general in live portrayal, because even the Jim Carrey version was shoehorned in with Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy, or who was in that one?
No, he was just.
We're gonna do a more modern portrayal, making him the Zodiac Killer kind of a look. I'm down with that. I am, because that's how I would picture someone like the Riddler being. But if we keep the super villain vibe with that, I'm on board. Like that's what I want to see. Don't just make him the Zodiac Killer. Make it like, oh, we took inspiration from the Zodiac Killer, and he's gonna put on a bowler buddy.
The Riddler's not the Zodiac Killer, though.
I think he said it somewhere here. But here's what I was trying to say for like a good couple minutes. All right, fundamentally, Riddler isn't maniacal maniac. He needs attention. He is like the Joker. The difference between the Joker and fucking the Riddler, you can see it in jokes and riddles. Riddler is not a serial killer. Yes, people can die in some of his traps, but he's not a serial killer. It's more of, hey, look at me, blah, blah, blah. I need attention. Joker's like, no, I kill because, a dog farted or something. Like, he's just that kind of guy. It's like, I stubbed my toe and struck my wife. Then I realized my wife was dead for 30 years. Who the fuck did I hit? Like, that's a joke. So it's just like, whenever I hear people go, oh, it's gonna be this Uber, like, Jim did a good job. Sure. Again,
Jim did a good job.
Also, it's my bias that Batman Forever is my favorite Batman movie. But like, outside of Mask of the Phantasm, but like, yes.
And the Lego Batman movie. Hey, and the Lego Batman movie.
The Lego Batman movie, that is a thing that exists.
It's fire.
Listen, if I was ranking my favorite Batman movies, it would be Batman Forever, Mask of the Phantasm, Return of the Joker. Somewhere on the list, Lego Batman, but it's not the top. But anyway,
listen. For me, that list goes Batman Returns, Mask of the Phantasm.
Say something that is really only dangerous amongst this group. I've never seen any Batman movie except for Batman versus Superman because my brother forced me to come watch it with him in the theater.
Poor summer child.
That's not dangerous.
So y'all want to introduce me to DC? Y'all are gonna have to do it.
That's not dangerous. Just go watch a Batman movie. That's not dangerous. Go watch a
We'll watch one. We'll watch one with you. But
yeah.
So poor
Batman Returns. That's the one. If any Batman movie's gonna do
I
it,
did watch the first season of Batman Beyond. I need to watch the rest of them.
Good. And then watch Return of the Joker.
Because my friend wanted me to.
Watch Return of the
if
Joker.
there's any Batman movie that's going to get her into random obscure DC shit, I believe it's going to be Batman Returns. Because that's what got me hooked on Batman shit. That movie got me hooked.
The thing that got me hooked to DC was the Wonder Woman movie because it was very fun to watch.
Here's what I say about this. I appreciate these comics. I appreciate these characters. If you're gonna pussyfoot around, we're making this uber realistic. Like, fuck you. Like, it's a man who dresses up as a bat and fights crime. It's never going to. Christopher Nolan is the only one that tried to make this realistic. All right, so don't try to be him. You don't have to play to that rule of we're taking it super seriously. The Batman's probably gonna be fine, but the more I hear about this version of the Riddler, the more I just get turned off by the movie because I'm just like, that's not that character. So whatever.
Because it feels like in the costuming department, we haven't really liked this movie that much yet. Like, as in, like, Batman's suit in general, I like. It's just the mask that none of us really seem to have been catching up on, really, honestly.
And this is what they're shitting on this poor Supergirl.
The real big offender.
My only problem is there's no Kane. That's my only problem.
It's gonna be CGI, Billy. It's not.
Let me see the Supergirl costume.
This you're not supposed to see. You're not supposed to see that. There's wires.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see. Yeah, I understand entirely. It looks a little funky right now, because they're supposed to edit it in. It's a lot harder to just have the cape on while supposedly flying. They should be editing that in 100%.
That's what they did with Henry Cavill. So it's like
I actually don't hate how the actual costume looks. I don't hate it.
I feel like aside from that, it's perfect.
They called her a boy.
Ridiculous.
How?
Like, I'm not
okay, we no.
Off of Clark Kent and Lois Lane's daughter from the comics.
Yeah, Lara Lane Kent, I believe, is at the very least who they're basing the costume off of. It's like 1-to-1, almost the same costume.
And like, fine, you want to give her short hair and a pixie cut, sure. You want to give her like, a Superman-esque outfit, that's fine. But I feel like that outfit looks just really not good on her. It makes her look really manly, and the fake ass.
She literally has skin-tight suits.
Her ass is out. Her ass is out.
Not only is her ass out and her titties there, her entire vagina area. Ma'am.
What the fuck?
Ma'am.
Where's the
ma'am, she just looks like a buff woman. She looks like a normal woman. I'm like, ma'am? You were complaining before that there wasn't enough curve, but now that there's an exaggerated amount of curve, you're out here talking shit. Do you not like buff women? You really coming out here being like, oh God, women strong? God forbid.
Both, especially with how pretty the actress is. But it kind of seems like they didn't want to go that route because
is that the costume that they're trying to say is better?
Feminist again?
No,
and
I think that's
first
just
of all, I'm really sad
I think that's just random footage.
Acting like women can't show their bodies in media anymore. What is wrong with my body? Why can't women show their bodies in media anymore? Why is that somehow offensive?
No one is saying that.
I'm angry about it. I'm still offended about it, and I will talk about it till the day I die.
No, I think it's a valid criticism. I mean, the sad thing is that it's taken more validly, with more validation when you say it than when I do. When I say that, it's because I want to see some tits.
Oh my God.
You know what they all have in common? Batgirl looks like
can we pause there? Can we pause there, please?
Oh my God.
Okay. No one is saying that she can't show skin. That's just how her costume is built in the comics. 2, no one is saying you shouldn't show your body on media. No one is saying we shouldn't show our bodies. We're complaining about how our bodies are often sexualized by people. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't show it. That just means we need to change people's standards. But also that guy's comment. Oh,
that guy.
No.
I mean, it's not like he's not completely wrong.
He's not completely wrong, but you know damn well when referring to specifically this, you know.
Yeah, like that's.
This is like if it were something else, If it were just like someone getting shamed on the street for having like clothing, like I'd understand that because you're getting publicly shamed on the street for wearing something you want to wear. Like I understand that, but this is not that.
Like, listen, there's a difference. Here's when it like really registered in my head the difference between what he's saying. Because I'm a man, right? I read comic books, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a straight man. I like titty, ass, yeah, whatever. But like, it really registered in my head how gratuitous it was in two places: in Heroes in Crisis and in Batman and in All-Star Batman and Robin. In All-Star Batman and Robin, there's a scene. There's like Black Canary in that book, bro. Every fucking scene, either an abundance of titty or an abundance of ass, and that book is so poorly fucking written. Like,
Heroes in Crisis was just, oh boy. Besides being shitty,
and then Heroes in Crisis. Every fucking thing of Batgirl in that. What
every
the
woman,
fuck?
Every woman is like.
Every woman. Like, why? We don't. She's fucking naked. She's just fucking. What?
Whoa!
Why? There's no need. There's no need for it to be like this.
Skin tight.
And yes, at the same point in time, it is the same thing for men as well, but it's different.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing for men as well.
Definitely the same.
The same thing for men.
I'm not in like no.
Like
neither of this. Like they try to portray a very specific kind of female body, and they also try to portray a specific kind of male body. But like strong men aren't built like that.
Yeah,
that's steroidal. Actual strong men are not built like that.
I want to point this out. Like, you're never going to see a superhero. Like, not even a superhero. You cannot physically see this in real life, because unless you're wearing a skin tight outfit. Girls, I can see how a girl will like form fitting like outfit. It's not practical.
No, not even. It wouldn't show the ribs like that. It wouldn't show the abs like that for anyone. It wouldn't show that much of a shape of the knee.
That's what I'm saying.
They do that for both the guys and the girls, and it's really weird.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying though. Like,
yeah, I know.
Boobs,
I'm just adding on to what you're saying.
Boobs and thighs and stuff, you'll see that. But this and this, like the details, you won't be able to see that.
Yeah, you won't.
Black and gold suit from the DCAU. Those two are two of my favorites, along with the New 52. You know what they all have in common? Batgirl looks like she is a woman.
Mm-hmm. But she's intimidating.
And she doesn't have her boobs out. There's nothing sexual about it, unless you take it that way. I mean, she looks damn good, but she looks damn good in the same way Henry Cavill's Superman looks. It's not because, like, he has
she looks damn good in
yeah.
She looks
she doesn't need boobies.
Revealing graphic sexual stuff. You're just seeing the character's body.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't have to make.
You don't need boobs to be a girl.
Is what I'm just to be.
Is that a Ninja Turtle?
Or to make the audience.
Yes, this is Injustice footage.
That's really offensive.
I'm about to throw a fucking fit.
I feel like
is Donatello on some lantern shit? On some lantern, or is that mutagen?
Is no longer appropriate enough for the screen.
Kryptonite Donatello. Okay.
Donatello fucking shit up.
Too far down the road of like.
We got way too distracted by the turtle.
Donatello was out here with the kryptonite armor. What the fuck?
That kind of thing. Then someone will take it as, well, you just want all the characters to be sex objects,
had a question.
But that's not what we're saying.
So clearly, Supergirl in the Flash movie is not going to be Kara, which is sad.
Maybe not. We don't know.
But like, if they do Kara, I really hope they get Kara's character right, because now people think that Kara is just a carbon copy of Superman because of the show. That's what people think Kara is now. People think Kara's cringe.
Yeah, I know.
People think Kara's cringe. Kara's not cringe. Kara no cringe. I just want
Kara is more closer to like Artemis or
Cora.
Diana.
I've always said this.
Violence.
Kara is just Kryptonian Cora. That's what it is. Violence, aggression, also anxiety. But like that's
too
less.
far down the road of like just throw them in a garbage bag. Who cares?
Like, I'm
Why
tired.
do we
My
have
thing about it
character
is, like,
design
if
at
you're
all?
going to take comic book characters and change them, why not just take the ones that no one cares about? Like, look, like they took Peacemaker. No one cares about Peacemaker. No one cares about. They took Peacemaker. They didn't change him like too much, but they fleshed out his personality a lot more. They changed it so that way the character is
Nobody's
better.
reading. This is a.
Nobody's reading Peacemaker.
I'm scared.
Nobody's
Charleston comic. Like,
yes, but then you take like really like well-written characters like Supergirl and Cassandra Kane, and then you make them like not and make them like completely different from what the character was originally meant to be.
Look at him.
You understand? Look at the original Peacemaker books. look at all the Peacemaker. The man who will do anything for peace. Even by the way, John Cena is God. He's perfect. He's perfect for this role. He looks exactly like him. Holy shit. John Cena looks exactly like the guy. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is like, that's hands down perfect casting. What the fuck? Why is it so perfect? Why is it so perfect? Look at it, Christina.
I know, I see it. I fully agree.
Why is it so perfect? Holy shit. Oh, but yeah. Like the most egregious like example of this for me is still Cassandra Kane from Birds of Prey. Like, okay, Christina, let me
hold on, Cisco, before you first.
Danger.
Okay, before you get into your rant, before you get in your thing, I gotta do it. Cause you press the button, I gotta go. If I don't go, I'm gonna die.
I'll pee myself.
Listen.
I'll pee.
That is one of my favorite characters. When you ask me my favorite Bat family members, it's Cass and maybe Jason. But like, you don't, and Duke. Those are the three hills that I would die on. You do not fuck with a character's personality and design on. Okay, Christina, we're gonna play a little game. All right, hold on.
Jeopardy music.
I love how you spelled Jeopardy there.
Ooh, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
What is this?
Sped up
This is
Jeopardy
not-
music slaps.
All right. We're gonna play a little game. This is one of my favorite characters. This is Cassandra Kane, Orphan, Black Bat, Batgirl. Also, the only person.
Is she the one in the cool hood that I said I kind of wanted to cosplay one day?
Yes.
No, it's
And
not.
she's
No,
the
no, you
only
were
person.
talking about Stephanie.
The
No,
only
she was
other
talking about
person in the family that I'd be like, yeah, you can call her Batman, and I wouldn't be mad. So you see how cool she looks?
Yep. Oh, I really like that one. The one like second row. That one. I love that outfit.
This is her
That's a
orphan
great outfit.
outfit. She has a little.
Even
hood.
though I personally like calling her Black Bat.
I
really
love
like
that. That looks cool.
I love calling. I love her as Black Bat.
Now let's look at her.
This is what
This
they
is
made.
her
This
in
is
the
her
movie.
in the movie. This is her in the movie.
What?
How old is she?
In the
How old
comic,
is
she's
she?
in the comic she's 18. In the movie, she's like 12.
Is that time accurate?
No.
No.
She's
Why is
not-
she a minor?
Bro.
I mean, I get it. You don't want to put a minor in that kind of like costume, but like,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this character. I'm gonna tell you a brief origin, and you're gonna see how bad it is in the movie. Cassandra Kane is the daughter of two of the most deadliest people in the universe, in terms of like martial arts, David Kane and Lady Shiva. I've told you this in several occasions. Lady Shiva, one of my favorite villains, because she will beat anyone's ass. So, David Kane, the way he raised his daughter, is he would beat the shit out of his daughter and train her to never talk. You only focus on body movements and learning how to be a weapon. It's not to say she can't talk, but like when she spoke for the first time, she spoke broken English because she's not used to speaking. Although Young Justice fucked that up and just cut out her goddamn vocal cords for some stupid reason. Fucking Young Justice. But so everything I said. So she has the grace of a ballerina and the skills of fucking Rambo and Bruce Lee, right? Deadliest character. They did this. They did this to my sweet little girl.
Little baby child.
After.
You doing here? You're not the only one who makes money off of dumb rich white people. You know what?
She would never
have said that.
Never. What? Can you play it again? Because the stream volume was low and I was raising it.
Never had fucking said that.
What are you doing here? You're not the only one who makes money off of dumb rich white people. You know what?
That's a funny line.
Whoa!
That's out of character. That's funny, but that's out of character. That's
very out of character, yeah.
Never say that because that's not.
My thing about Cassandra has always been like, I've always wanted, like, ever since I even like heard about the character, I've always wanted to see her done in like other mediums because like most of her like books and like her stories, like outside of her like of like fighting crime and stuff, a lot of her stories are about her trying to be more socially like. She's not a very sociable person. Like a lot of her stories are
especially with Stephanie and Tim. That's
Stephanie and Tim. Because I remember an entire scene where there was an entire scene in a Detective Comics like Rebirth where like there was like a ballerina show. Some woman was like practicing, and Stephanie was like coming in out of the shadows practicing with her for some reason. Like she was being real creepy for no reason.
She's like Task. No. She's like Task. That's why David used to beat her, because she has the same ability Taskmaster does, photographic memory. So she can pretty much copy anything if she sees it. But she still gets her ass beat by her mom. But that's not the point. The point is
the character was mischaracterized.
Yes. Not only the character itself, but look at the way she's dressed. Like, I'm not asking for the black bat suit, but like, age her up, cast her. Cast
her appropriately.
I mean, if anything, there was a YouTube video I saw a couple weeks ago about this very thing.
I don't know how to feel about her outfit. The color code for it, I don't know how to feel about it.
Like,
if anything, the character feels more like
the small child. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how to feel about those colors.
Like a lot of the changes
she looks
in
like
this movie.
Like those colors specifically remind me of Dora la Exploradora. You've got the orange, you've got the magenta, pinkish thing.
Oh, they really fucked up this character.
But yeah, a lot of the changes in that, like that's the only one that I really fucked, aside from like Helena. But like I saw the movie, I saw the video. That's what I was trying to say. The video, it was a Troy Boyer video where he's like that instead of it being Cassandra Kane, because character-wise, Cassandra in the movie is basically just Harper Row, like character-wise.
Yeah.
Like they could have just had it have been Harper Row and then called it a day, and you didn't have to change the writing of the movie, the backstories. Like I assume the backstory is similar.
She's an orphan, yeah.
They basically just wrote Harper Row and then just gave it Cassandra Kane's name.
Yeah, because that was miscast.
They should have just had it have been Harper. They should have just had it have been Harper Row. That's basically what it was.
It's really,
all right.
really bad.
The rest of this? This
being
misogyny
sexy?
video.
That's my question. So I know we talked about there's nothing wrong with the character looking feminine, but
The only thing about this is, if you want to be, if you want to just have, if you want to have that whole like argument, if you just want to see sexualized women, just come out and say it. Like that's my thing, because this is clearly what he wants, and he's just like trying to like mislead us to thinking that he's not, and that he just wants women to be like comfortable. But like my thing about it is, if you want women to be comfortable, then like not every woman is comfortable with a skin tight fucking outfit.
Well,
I'm not every
he
woman is
answers
cool with
what you're
not all
about
the
to
women
say.
in the audience. I don't want to say that, but like
A good chunk of them.
no, not. I don't even think they were in our audience because we can see who's subscribed and not. And usually it's like these ultra political people who seek out things that they want to get mad at character to be sexual at all. And that's what I don't understand, because their argument was this. And let me break this down. This is why this is so easy to defeat in any kind of relative argument, or against any kind of relative argument. Their argument was essentially, well, even if that's true, even if there wasn't anything wrong, these are fictional characters, meaning they don't get to choose what they're wearing. Other people put them in it. Here's the problem. It ignores situations like Bayonetta, where it was, a character created by a woman. It ignores by the way, she's extremely sexual. It ignores characters like the Sailor Moon characters.
Created by women.
They all definitely have some flashes of sexuality throughout the manga and the animes,
the last
at least.
episode of the show, Sailor Moon's completely naked. Because of purity reasons.
Right, and so I guess what I'm getting at with this is I don't understand where this came from. I mean, this used to be an ultra right-wing thing where it's like women's bodies can't be shown, hide them away, icky, gross, they'll make men sin, that kind of thing. And now it's almost become the opposite, where it's like a liberal thing.
It kind of seems like the liberals became...
I mean, I kind of...
to being represented in that
yeah,
way.
it did, but like,
Leslie
even
Grace
then,
or,
it's not like I'm saying every...
Hold on. This is the part where he tells me.
If I said you're right, it's not okay because those are fictional characters on a comic book page or in a game. They can't choose what they're wearing. Guess what? The female voice talents, they still got behind it. They still consented to being represented in that way. The Leslie Grace or, the new Supergirl, if they were to wear a tank top on screen, I know they're not, but let's say they were, and a mini skirt, they consented to being in that outfit. These actors sign contracts and then they consent to being in what they are given on screen, right? So that is actively the stand-in for the character, that person,
the person who played Uncle Remus signed on to be in Song of the South. I'm not going to call him a coon.
In someone's eye that they're that person. There will always be someone looking at Ben Affleck and thinking of BVS. There will always be someone looking at Tobey Maguire and thinking of Spider-Man. Those people, they consent to that image, right? So what's the difference? How is it offensive? Like, why is it
they're actors consenting to the image because they're gonna get money from people doing that. From like people looking at them and being like, "Oh, they're pretty. Let me rewatch the movie."
That's
like,
what I'm getting at with this.
Yeah, like that's what it is.
It's very different.
I have never in my life been mad that a masculine character looked masculine.
Again, that argument of like, oh, they're fictional characters. They don't really get to choose what they're wearing. I mean, I guess they're right, but there are outfits that would be appropriate to their character.
But even
which would be what you are choosing from. If they're not going to wear something revealing, they're not going to wear something revealing. Again, the problem here is not, oh no, if we show our bodies, men are going to sin. The problem is our bodies are constantly getting sexualized. A lot of these outfits are very sexualizing, even if they are covering up. They're not accurate. Like a suit will not stick to your body, to your boobs, to your everything the way that it does. It's once again, it's not about showing skin. It's about sexualizing these women so much. I mean, shit. They're wearing full-on clothes and they still get aggressively sexualized. So the one time that they're wearing what is a perfectly accurate costume, they're getting shit on? The costume is accurate. It's exactly what she wears. But I'm sorry to tell you this. Clothes doesn't work that way. The clothes don't work that way. They, again, literally cannot be spandex. Even if you did what you could. If you made the cloth if you made the cloth spandex, it would stick. But if you were to just use normal cloth does not stick like that to any figure ever. You're not suction, tighting the fucking clothes onto them. You're just putting on normal clothes. Clothes just doesn't work. They don't work that way. Like, you're, again, saying that they're desexualizing her. No, she's wearing the same exact costume. It would look like that on any female. Why are you shitting on her? it literally, they did not do anything. They didn't unsexualize her. They didn't do anything. Y'all are just angry because you can't see some titties.
Like, I understand.
And I'm telling you this as a woman, Mrs. Oh, I'm a woman, and I'm telling you right now.
I always have to have that little. He feels like validated because he's like, all right, I have a woman next to me. I can say what I want to say.
Yeah.
But my thing about it is that, like, I understand whatever the female body, whatever the fuck, yeah, titties, whatever. But like, listen, it's simple. I'm trying to look at this simply from a design level. The design that they went with in the movie looks good. It's a well-designed costume. Like that's been my entire thing. Like the other costume in the Birds of Prey show, that looks good too. Sure, you got the titty window, whatever. It works for what it is. It's still designed well. What I don't like is when it's fucking gratuitous. That's what I don't fucking. That's what I don't mind. That's what I don't fucking like. Because I understand women's bodies are women's bodies. They're gonna be shaped however the fuck they're gonna be shaped. That's whatever. But when you're being gratuitous about how you draw women's bodies, that's when I'm like, why why are we doing this? Because I don't mind like whatever, like, oh, the titty outline on the costume. Is it a well designed costume?
Like,
all right,
shit.
I don't care. This shit, no. Why the fuck? What the fuck is going on? No,
that's not physically possible. That's not physically possible.
That's just Encanto Batgirl. That's just Encanto Batgirl. That's all that was.
Like, you're supposed, of course you're gonna see something, but you're not gonna see everything. It's not physical. Clothes don't do that. I'm like,
Like, I understand people like, that's fan art. Yeah, that's fan art. That's whatever. That's just niggas being horny. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let niggas be horny. Whatever. Let them go off and do whatever. But we cannot let those niggas and females influence the main shit. We cannot let that shit. Oh, because like,
I think people are asking for this though. The people are asking for the new 52 Batgirl.
Yeah, I get that, and that looks good. But like, the Burnside suit looks really good. The Burnside suit looks.
Here's my take. Here's my take on this. When the Burnside suit came out, I wasn't a fan of it. But I'll say this. I understand why they did it, because they wanted to take her in a new direction. And it's less... the reason why I feel like it's a step backwards is because it made her really feel like Batgirl. And the problem with it is Barbara's older. So it's like they kind of aged her backwards. Because remember, before that, she used to look like this. So she was for all intents and purposes, she's like, I don't want to say Batwoman because that's clearly Kate on the left. But like, you can see between the two, like, going from going from this, she's a woman, to like the Burnside suit, which is just like very childish. That's why a lot of people are like, no, we don't like.
But then I understand that argument, but like, even then, at this point in where the movie's starting from, it's like her first costume, and I understand that, especially since like we're starting from the point when Barbara is a teenager. So like, I understand like her having that type of costume. Like, as we go on, we can do, if we do the new 52 thing, yeah, that makes sense, because at that point that would feel earned. Having her have the Burnside costume as her like first thing, like even in the Batman show, it even matches the colors of the Burnside costume. So like, I just feel like in the show, in the comics, it was more just Batman's costume on Batman's costume, but like, yeah, I just like, yeah, it was more like just Batman's costume, but on a girl.
But it was never like, Batman's costume,
but with black.
Yeah, it was her own. It was her own thing, because it's like I told you earlier, Batman was never black. Oh, yes, he is Tim Fox, but like, Batman's suit was never black until like the late 90s, early 2000s. But like, it's the movies that make Batman's suit black because, you know, they wanted him to blend in the shadows and look intimidating. But Batgirl has always been the one that's wearing the black suit. So again, that was her identity, and then they went and they changed it.
I get that. But like, it always made sense to me.
The only reason it even looked gray in the first place is because of lighting. This is not supposed
fucking
to be gray.
Spider-Man. It's the same thing as fucking Spider-Man. Spider-Man's not blue. Spider-Man's not fucking blue.
It's not blue. It's black. Like this. This is not blue. I mean, this is not. This is not gray. This is black. This is just shading and lighting. But people looked at this and said, "Oh, I guess she got a gray suit now." And then they're like, all right, now that's when she turned into the carbon copy of Batman. And I was like,
because like the way that it registered in my head, the way that it registered in my head for the Burnside suit was like, it went like this. That the Burnside suit, like from in my head, was like the first suit that she made on her own. That's why it's all baggy. It looks like it was cobbled together with leather, like a jacket, some jeans.
She made
shit like
her
that.
original bat suit.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. That's what that felt like to me. And then like the New 52 suit is like after she met with Bruce, she got armor, like she built it in the Batcave and shit like that.
No, I have to correct you. I have to correct you on that one. All her suits, she made it by herself. There's even let me see. There's one. Fuck, what's the name of the artist? Gary
Coleman.
No,
Gary
not
Coleman.
Gary. Bat. I forgot. It's the guy that made Earth. Fuck. Where's
Guillermo del Toro?
It's the guy that made Earth. Okay.
God.
Okay, God. Okay, God.
Gary Frank? There you go. Gary Frank.
Gary Frank.
I forgot one of my favorite artists.
Ask question mark? Question mark? Gary Frank, Batgirl.
Where is it? Where is it? There it is. See? Batgirl.
They're designing the bats. But like my thought was like she did design it, but like the idea was like she built it herself, like from material from the Batcave. I mean, no. Oh, then how the fuck? So it's not bulletproof or anything?
It goes from spandex to body armor. New 52 is body armor, but again,
then where did she get the body armor?
She has it. Her dad's a cop, dude.
Oh, that's right. Because I'm thinking like when I think body armor, I'm like, oh, she probably got the body armor from the Batcave. That's what I think. And I'm just like, oh, you know what? But yeah, that's all I have to say about Batgirl.
Oh yeah, that's just pretty much it.
All right.
We're gonna talk about Scream 5 and
Scream.
Then
All right, Scream 5. Anyone? Any initial thoughts?
Sure. Which one is Scream 5 again? The one that we watched?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I would really like to see that again, actually. I want to make fun of it.
Do you like scary?
Do you like scary movies?
No, not you.
You like scary You like jazz.
You like jazz? You like jazz? All right, we watched Scream 5 a couple days ago. Initial thoughts. Let me just give a quick overview. Thought it was kind of bad. I thought it was kind of bad, honestly. I honestly didn't like it. Let's go over what we all.
Can I talk shit now?
Okay. First, let's go through what we all think of the first Scream movie. I think it's all right.
Well,
I like the first Scream movie a lot. It's my favorite, and it was the first ever horror movie I watched.
For me,
it was self-aware to a very small extent, but enough that it was like, haha, that's funny. Now, this new
welcome to Act 3, bitch.
That was the only good joke that came out of that entire fucking movie.
Joke. The best scene in that movie.
Here's the problem. With that whole premise. It's not Stu. What's his name? Fucking Jamie Kennedy's character, right? In the original Scream, was the only one who was aware of the tropes. Because
and now every single nigga in the entire fucking thing is just like, haha, movies.
Exactly.
No, my problem is they went the meta route and got super self-referential.
Why?
Throughout the entire film, they're like, hey,
the
man.
writing was so cringy. The writing was so fucking cringy. Like it was at the end when you hear when they explain the plan and all that other shit. When I tell you, I was fucking floored by how fucking awful that was. Like I hated every single fucking second of it. Oh, it was so bad. Oh my god! And the stab. Why not just call the in-universe Scream movie Scream?
They can't.
Just do it if you're gonna do it.
You can't.
What? Why can't you do that?
Because it'd be Superman. That's like calling. It's the reason why they don't call the Suicide Squad the Suicide Squad. They call it Task Force X in universe, or I'm trying to think of another example.
That's weird because they call the Avengers the Avengers.
Yeah, but that's different. That's a team. It's a team. It's different.
But then stab. Where the? I guess because Ghostface stabs you. I guess is why they call it stab.
I'm trying to find that part. First of all, Dewey figured it. I figured it out in the beginning. I figured out who the two killers were.
We figured it out in the beginning. Not gonna lie, for a quick minute, I thought it was gonna be what's her name? Cindy. I thought it was gonna be Cindy for a quick minute, but like because at the time, everyone else is like, oh no, you're the killer, you're the killer, and I was like, watch it just be Cindy, and then I was like, her dad tried to kill Cindy. And then Cindy might just be like, I want revenge. But no, like, after a while, the boyfriend made it obvious. It was obvious it was the boyfriend. After a while, it was obviously the boyfriend.
Yeah, the movie was really... I did like 2 or 3 scenes from the movie. One, the camera scene and effects for the entire, like, murdering the sheriff and her son scene.
All of the murders were shot really well.
I mean, very specifically.
This one woman, this one black woman, her fine ass.
Hold on. No one say anything, so we can hear the meta.
That bonded them together. And God help anyone who slightly fucks with that special memory, who makes a movie they think disrespects it. It sounds like our killer is writing his own version of Stab 8, but doing it as a requel.
Which is... Fuck this woman.
See, you can't just reboot a franchise from scratch anymore. The fans won't stand for it. Black Christmas, Child's Play, Flatliners, that shit doesn't work. But you can't just do a straight sequel either. You gotta build something new, but not too new, or the internet goes bug fucking nuts. It's gotta be part of an ongoing storyline, even if the story shouldn't have been ongoing in the first place. New main characters, yes, but supported by and related to legacy characters. Not quite a reboot, not quite a sequel, like the new Halloween, Saw, Terminator, Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, fuck, even Star Wars. It always goes back to the original. Are you telling me that I'm caught in the middle of fan fucking fiction?
Turn this shit off. I'm sorry, please.
Oh. No.
Why?
I hate that entire no. Anyways,
this shit got. I didn't know when he was gonna turn.
Let me continue. The murder of the sheriff scene was really well shot. A lot of the murder scenes were really well shot. That scene where the lady is like, "No, you're right. It's not you," and shoots her in the head. That moment was pretty good. And the joke of "Welcome to Act 3." The entire hospital scene, I really liked the tension and the acting from the actress in that scene. She really did sound and look like she's in pain. Like that really, I was like surprised by how well panned that was.
Jenny Ortega did really.
Jenny Ortega.
She did a really good job. My problem.
I loved it.
Is the motivation to the killers. is
they're so fucking stupid.
Because, okay, I understand why Stu and Billy wanted to kill everybody because they're just fucked up and they were alone. They're like, nobody's going to give a shit about us, so we're going to fucking kill everybody. Whatever. Okay, great. Get that. It's so dumb that everybody else, okay, eventually, like, during the sequels, it's someone who's related to the original killers, blah, 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 whatever. Now in this movie, they're just like, well, we cared about the original movie and you guys fucked it up. They got meta. So because y'all fucked up every sequel, especially that last one, we're going to sit on our soapbox and go, yeah, this is how we would do it. Like, the original movie still stands on its own. It didn't go anywhere. Like, it was stupid. It was very stupid. And
I just felt like, oh, sorry, you're saying.
I have this cardinal rule. I just watched Ghostbusters Afterlife. It wasn't bad, but again, completely unnecessary film because not every movie, unless you're going to tell something different. Okay, let me tell you the difference between a good sequel and a bad sequel. Rocky 2, 3, 4, Balboa, and Creed. Why those, except for Rocky 5. Rocky 5 is shit. Rocky 2 is just Rocky 1, but Rocky won. Rocky won the match. But each story continues the story and doesn't do the same. Obviously, there's an exhibition, there's a fight, whatever, because that's the formula. But like, they do something new in the movie and they tell something like Rocky 1's the story of a man going the distance. Rocky 2 is the story of what happens if he could beat the champion. Rocky 3 is, he's feeling himself and his entire world got taken away from him. Rocky 4 is he's got to avenge his dead friends, avenge his dead friend while also losing all of his shit. Rocky Balboa is the story of a man seeing if he can live the glory days, but he's old. And then Creed is about the next generation. All of those are different films. Back to the Future is about a kid relating to his parents. Back to the Future, Part 2 is about him meeting his children in his future. Part 3 is about Doc Brown. You see how they're all different and not the same thing, although there's a general gist to it? What did you do in Ghostbusters Afterlife? Oh, we did the same shit. Like, Ghostbusters was not supposed to be a franchise. And then they turned it into a franchise because it made a lot of money. But Ghostbusters 2 is not as good as Ghostbusters 1 at the time when it came out. And then what'd you do?
All right, no.
You made a fucking reboot. You made a reboot and nobody liked it because nobody asked for this. What'd you do in this new one? Oh, it's nostalgia, the fucking movie. We're just going to bring everybody back and kiss, no. Stop making sequels. The reason why Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Rocky, why these are tentpole movies, because at the time, you made original content and it was really good. Now you guys get lazy. And now you want to rely on franchises. Things are not franchises. These movies are not. Have you not learned from Jaws? Okay, Saw is only good because it's Saw. All right, that's different.
Totally, the plot continues on and on.
Yeah.
The gore is still gore, but there's not only different stuff going on. The plot slowly changes and keeps unraveling.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fucking, you guys are just going back and doing the same shit. You didn't have this master web like Saw did, where it's it's the original killer, and then you go back and you watch it and it's a tapestry of films. No, you guys just say, reference the goddamn movie. I'm sick and tired of these goddamn movies.
Another example of that in the horror genre, bro, there is no reason why there should be more than 4 Friday the 13th movies. There's
Yeah.
no reason. I love Jason
Manhattan.
Takes Manhattan. Jason and both Jason and the Muppets have taken Manhattan. No,
Bro,
we
how
don't
many
need these
times
movies.
are they going to kill Michael Myers?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yo.
They just killed him the other day, and now
You know what bothers me? They retconned his lore repeatedly. Instead of just being some dude who had issues, they tried to make him some weird god. Like some weird god just possessed his body or some unhindered spirit and was like, fuck it, we're gonna kill everyone. They took away the entire plot of when his fucking psychologist used him as an experiment as what turns men into monsters. They threw away the entire good lore background story that, like, he had as a killer of, like, having a very terrible family and then being put in a situation where his own, like, psychologist was turning him into a monster, like, actually hurting him. And he was just a kid with, I think it might have been autism, who was just constantly getting hurt. Like, bro, they took away the entire plot that was, like, super reasonable and actually made a lot of sense, and then did some heebie-jeebie bullshit. And it like, I hate that. We had a good plot going on here. Now we have some fool in a mask.
My thing about it is that, like, I understand, I agree with all of what you just said, except for the part about his family. In the original Halloween movies, his family life was bad, but it was bad because his parents didn't love him, but put a societal veil. Bro.
What are we talking?
Bro, look at the fucking reboot. The reboot is just
that's
redneck.
The reboot. That's the reboot.
Bro.
You're thinking about the reboot. The original movie, his parents went out for a nice dinner, and his sister, all the sister had to do was make sure that nigga ate his candy and went to bed. What did she do? She was changing the clothes and getting fucked. And then Michael was like, no. Listen, you whore. This is not how we do things. And like, stab. And then they're like, oh, Michael, why'd you do that? You were an 8-year-old boy. The bitch didn't give me candy.
Give me candy, lady.
Yeah, exactly. The plot is between the original, which again, there might be like something up with Michael. I think they might have. I don't remember if it was confirmed by the actual creators if he had like something. Yeah.
Because in the reboot, the reboot, I understand.
The reboot, but nonetheless, Billy Loomis, is it Billy Loomis? No, Dr. Loomis.
Yeah.
Literally still does that whole thing where he uses this kid to see, like, how does a man become a monster? He's just a kid who needs help, and instead he gets turned into a serial killer. And I think that's a really good plot because that shows the abuse of a system of power alongside, like, a bunch of other things. But no, instead they just said, nah, he got possessed by some, like, demon from back in the day.
Like I feel like if you could have taken the fact of Michael just snapping from the original and the psychological stuff from the reboot, it could have been perfect. But like it just doesn't gel with me how it's like how does a man turn to darkness? He was raised by rednecks. Like, come on, like no, that's no.
His psychologist still kind of abused of him.
But
so it wasn't just the rednecks.
Like that part of it is good.
What makes the original okay? Because they retcon it. It goes from Halloween because they retcon Halloween 3. Then it goes to H2O. Michael. The reason why he wanted to kill what is Jamie Lee Curtis's name in these movies?
Laurie
Strode. Laurie Strode.
Okay.
The reason why he wanted to kill Laurie Strode and like before they retconned it in the newest ones, they were brother and sister. There was like missing sister. So it's like, oh, another whore that I have to kill.
Another whore.
So it's like another bitch sister of mine that I have to kill, and nothing else is going to stop me. If like, because he's just a guy. Like there's nothing. There's in the original movies. There's nothing like fantastical about Michael. He's just
he's just some dude.
That just snapped one day because his sister pissed him off, and then it's just like, oh. I have another sister.
I think in the Rob Zombie one, instead of like instantly going to kill Lori, he's instead trying to be like, hey, I knew you when you were a baby, and brings her a picture. He doesn't try to kill her. He kills her friends and freaks her out. But he hadn't been trying to kill her. I think he was just trying to, be like, hey, I'm your brother. Hey, we're family. We should, be family. And then later on when she stabs him, then he's like, I'm gonna commit a crime then. I don't know. I don't remember the original that much. I think I watched it and then I was like, okay. But I do know that in the scene of one of them, he had found her, tried to have her recognize that he's her older brother, but then she was like, you just murdered my entire friend group. That's not great. I don't remember what happens in the original, though. I think that's the Rob Zombie one.
But getting back to Scream, how do we feel about this terrible
I liked some of the scenes, but overall the movie was kind of... It was fun because we went to go watch it as a group, but it was very mid. If I had to watch it at home, I would just watch the hospital scene and then never watch it again.
Ollie, you know what it felt like? It felt like doing a commentary track in the theater.
Yeah, that was so fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Like. That was the vibe. Doing a commentary track on Scream in the fucking movie theater. That's what it was. Oh, that's the only thing that made this movie enjoyable. Aside from that, garbage. If I would have been forced to go and see this movie on my own, I would have hated it. I would have hated every second of it. I would have been so sad. I'd have been so fucking sad. Because you know what I hate? I hate when two things. Either when the writing insults my intelligence by assuming I'm stupid, or when you're abundantly boring. This movie wasn't boring all the time, but every time that there wasn't a killer, this movie was boring as fuck. Every character was either unlikable or just a shitty ass person that was just boring to watch. I hated everything about this movie. And also another thing, I'm tired of jump scares that aren't scary. Can we just talk about that? This movie tried to do that so much. One, jump scares that aren't scary. Two, fake outs. I'm tired of them. I am tired of jump scare fake outs. Because because we've been through this dozens of times. After going through 9 Saw movies, 5 Final Destinations, 4 Friday the 13th, 3 It movies, and 3 Nightmare on Elm Streets, I know how these movies are shot. You know exactly when a jump scare is about to happen. You know every fucking time, holy shit. And you know when it's about to be a fake out, and you know when it's going to be a real jump scare too. It's fucking annoying at this point. The only movie to ever legitimately get me with a jump scare that I can remember, off the top of my head, was Spiral. Was Spiral. The book was motherfucking Spiral. The motherfucking Spiral. And that's because the way that they set it up was crazy. Because you saw the pig, and then the pig came in 3 minutes later, and they make you forget that the pig is there. They make you forget that the pig is there. They make you forget that the pig is even fucking there. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm just tired of these movies pretending the audience is fucking stupid. If anything, if you're a long-running franchise like Scream, you should know that people know how these movies go by, right?
Yeah.
They even referenced that several times. And if this movie's so meta, why are we still treating the audience like they're fucking kids?
Because you're not supposed to make fucking sequels.
Yeah, and there's too many Scream movies. This is too much. I like the Scream TV show, kind of, from what I remember. It was kind of interesting.
Yes, but they did other shit with
that show is very different, and I very much enjoyed it. And that's somewhere where the Scream franchise should go. Maybe they could have even made a whole movie on that on that franchise. Although I'm sure that they did. From what I remember, they did. But like,
my thing about sequels and continuations is always this: don't do it unless you have something new to bring to the table.
Yes.
Don't just make the first thing again.
Yeah.
Repetitive. Unless you have something new to bring to the table, like Final Destination, bringing an entire instead of it just being like, oh, it's one person having a vision. No, it's an entire group of people on a fucking highway that's like trying to live their life. Or remember Final Destination 5? How fucking different Final Destination 5 was? Remember how crazy that shit was?
Yeah.
Or like these niggas were they were fucking fighting, trying to see who would die first. Like, bro, that felt like such a breath of fresh air from the rest of the franchise because they brought something new to something we already know. That is what a sequel is. It is a continuation, something new to something that happened before. If you do not go into a sequel with that mindset, then it is never going to be good, no matter what you fucking do. And that is not what they did here. All they did was, oh, just make another Scream movie, but like, put a couple more meta references in there. And you know what was the worst fucking scene? The scene that I fucking hated the most. It was the scene near the end, right? When they brought over, it was like after Billy and the other girl had revealed themselves, and they're talking about the motive, and they're talking about, oh, we're just a bunch of fans, man. We're just trying to bring back the glory of the old days. So you're telling me, at least the other guy was just borderline insane, and he just wanted to see people die.
Who, Billy and Stu?
No, I think Billy and Stu, the people in the first movie.
Yeah, Billy and Stu.
At least they were just insane and maybe closeted or whatever. But like, you're telling me
clearly Billy wasn't.
Billy was gay, clearly, but like,
Billy had a wife, had a child. That's the whole point of the plot of this movie. Clearly,
yeah.
No.
You mean Stu?
I mean in the original Scream.
Yeah, Stu was just crazy. Shaggy was just crazy.
Whatever, but like, yeah, this movie is only happening because two people watched the first Scream movie and then just fucking shit their pants and then just wanted to like inspire another one. That's what the fuck this is. They wanted to inspire another stab movie being made.
A good one.
This entire movie is based on because someone wanted to get their fan fiction made in real life.
Which is what this movie felt like.
This movie did feel like fan fiction. It really did.
Daughter of Billy coming back, like it's really weird.
I just don't like this movie, and honestly, anything about it. Okay. You guys have any other thoughts?
No.
It sucked.
Yeah.
Jack Quaid was in this movie.
Yeah, he's the boyfriend.
Fucking yeah, no, I know, but like in the entire time I was like, that's the guy from The Boys. That's the guy from The Boys.
Oh shit! That one girl, Mindy. She's
fuck that. Dwayne Martin.
No.
Dwayne Martin was in this movie.
That's why I said this. Mindy, her last name is Meeks. That's the same name as fucking Jamie Kennedy's character, which is Randy. That means they're related. You're related to Randy. That's why you were so meta.
Oh, that was his daughter.
No, I think that's his niece. Because Randy had a sister.
A black sister?
No, the sister obviously fucked a black dude. What was Allison Brie in this movie?
What was Kristen Bell in this movie?
I guess these were later down. These are
Lucy Hale.
No, I think these are people that have been in the franchise.
Been in Scream. Yes, these are previous Scream people. Anthony Anderson. What the fuck?
Anyway, let's give our final thoughts and close this off.
Bad. It was fucking bad. Borderline. And
Ah,
Sarah Michelle.
Christina.
So just
that was
watch Scary Movie.
Give
that
your
was my
thoughts.
input. Ah.
All right. Close this off.
Thank you for listening in on this podcast. If you would like to see some more or hear some more, go ahead and visit me.
You cut out? Wait, visit what the what?
Apologies, someone knocked on my door. If you'd like to hear more of the podcast, go ahead and go to Spotify and look through the High Grounds podcast. If you'd like to see commentary tracks or reviews in general, you can go to our YouTube, the Comic Wave YouTube. And if you feel like supporting us, you can go to our Patreon, which is the Comic Wave Patreon. Also, I don't know if it's Comic Wave or if it's High Ground Patreon, but we're gonna pretend like I do know, and we are gonna, you want to find out, you can find out, searching it up, being cool and stuff. Legally now, you are required to have a nice day and or night, depending when you listen to this. So, I'm holding you at gunpoint. You are gonna have a nice day.